Hello and welcome to one of the big games in the losers bracket. Archer versus Haako. Archer in blue, Haako in red. And Haako, just a spoiler alert, he beat easy, but he did need 3 games to move on. And Archer beat Charlie Tuna to get to this round. Archer did lose, I think, let me just see, he lost 3 games in his group. And I assume Haako only lost 2 actually. So yeah, it will be interesting to see who can take this one. And we already seen Infintia and aka Misk played out on this map. Now it's Archer and Haako. And Archer is going for the bottom starting position. And Haako just in front of him. So we're gonna have a very close spawn here. And I think Haako has the best position. Kinda. He has a lot of back territory. Archer is a bit more limited, but Archer maybe has the biggest potential to grab this part. So it will be a lot about, I think, how much Haako will let Archer get. It could also be the other way around, that Archer kind of cuts off Haako. So Haako, if Haako only can expand this way, he will expand way too slow, and Archer will definitely get a big eco boost in the beginning. So Haako is trying to expand exactly as I think he should, at least, both west, east, and well, northwest, west, north, northwest, yeah. And Archer is trying to use his infantry just slightly better than Haako. He's spreading them out so more infantry can fire at the same time, while Haako is using the dot commands here. Now Haako has 3 tanks up his sleeve here. They are about to pop, and that can truly hurt Archer. And let's see if Archer spot this. Nope, he doesn't. So he has no idea what is coming. Archer is building a tank on his own though, which will help him in the fight, but Archer needs to grab this if he wants any gas. Of course he can use the single tank for quite a while. And here comes the tanks. And now Haako is definitely, Archer is definitely aware of what is happening. For Haako's sake, I hope he doesn't make the same mistake as he did against aka Misk. He needs to get control of that gas he has, and he needs to actually build it in time. Otherwise, these tanks will just die a horrible death. But what's important for Haako right now is to get them through these infantry. And he does manage to do that. Now unfortunately he has to take them through the forest, which will take some time. And he got 6 more. But he really needs that energy now. He's about to make the same mistake as he did against aka. He will put it down now, as expected, but he needs to stop moving these. So he has just a little bit of energy for these at least. I still think they will be caught out. Let's see if he can get away. Let's look at the eco. 340. 340, so exactly the same. Whoops, sorry about that. But he loses his tanks. They are taking way too much damage. Spent too long time to get this gas up and running. Archer is trying to hit the gas. 2 more tanks on the way from Haako. And Archer keeps on making tanks as well, but he should also soon be out of gas. And actually Archer dedicates more or less all his troops to get this gas now. He doesn't even expand anymore. And neither does Haako. So this is 2 players with very limited economy. I wonder if Haako can see this push. Yeah, somewhat. And that might end up taking out that gas. He does get a barracks. It would be big for Haako to get the factory, but a second barracks is also more than acceptable. But this gas will go down, and that means he once again has 3, 4, maybe 5 soon to be tanks that just can't move. Haako does have at least a few units capping. So let's see if that helped him in any way. 360, 370, so no. He does get the second barracks. Very important. And it's tough for both players because they need every single unit to not lose this fight, but at the same time they're not expanding at all. Haako is going for this gas and he forgot about this guy. He could really help out here. And he has a single infantry capping. I think it would be worth it to put just 2 infantry aside to cap a bit faster. And maybe it's not worth it keep building this gas, because he doesn't really, like, he could just have forgotten about this gas now and build a barracks instead and focus on another type of units. And Archer already put down 2 more barracks. And he gets the gas 1 more time. So that's actually, that means Archer has killed more expensive buildings. All in all, like 2 refineries compared to 2 barracks. And Hako's issue is now that these infantry might be able to just rush down the artillery. He does realize that this guy wasn't doing anything. But they are both really going at it now. 360, 370. And for some reason, Archer changes to Sam's. I assume he's nervous that in a minute 5 helis will just rush him down, and I completely get that. And it's very easy for me to say what a stupid decision right now, because obviously Archer doesn't have any air. But of course Haako cannot know that, so I get it. Maybe a bit over commitment to anti-air, having 3 at the same time. But I get it. It's not a bad decision. And he finally capped this territory, which means they should be equal now. They are, but now Archer starts to put aside units for capping. And also he wants this gas and this gas. But on the way he wants to cap a few territories. Haako really needs to get some economy going. Because he spent, I don't know, 5 minutes capping this, maybe even more. And in 1 minute, Archer has already caught up on that. Haako builds a tank yet again. I wonder what Archer wants to use this gas for. Does he put down an airport in a minute, or is it for tanks? Archer tries to run down this artillery. And I think it will succeed for him. Close the gap and then just rush him down. Just needs to adjust his lines. Yeah, there you go. This means all of these artillery will die. And then it's starting to look really good for Archer. Because he's starting to cap more than Haako now, and he's using his units better. 380 and 390. Because Haako now got this one. Soon this one. Haako tries yet again with a tank rush. And Archer reacts immediately. I think Haako is in a lot of trouble now. He does put down a backcapping barracks. But I think it might be too late. Archer cannot see this factory just yet. He actually does get the barracks. So that's a good snipe from Haako. These units are running straight into an entrenchment. Still can't see the third factory. There you go, now they spot it. And now Archer knows everything that Haako has. Haako is still harassing, and it does help him keeping Archer from reinforcing this push too much. This is looking good for Archer. Finally, he got some momentum with the eco. 410 and 410. So it just comes down to micro right now at this front line. And Archer built up a lot of units. So Haako will have huge problems defending against this. He has a whole barracks dedicated for capping now though. While, yeah, okay, here Archer has stopped kind of sending more units for capping. But now he puts a barracks down here, and it will cap a bit. But it's also meant to just encapsulate Haako further, I guess. He puts down another barracks. I'm not sure why he puts it down there. Maybe to protect it, because he's nervous that Archer's coming down there from like around here, because he doesn't have any vision of what Archer's doing here. So that might be why. But I think it could, here, sorry, he also put one down here that I just didn't spot. So Haako has really started to dedicate eco, or dedicate his resources towards more eco. This base will go down, I think. 430 and 430. But Haako will definitely begin to cap faster and faster compared to Archer. But Archer, when he gets this base, he will begin to cap Haako's territory. And that might keep Archer from, or Haako from really getting a big lead eco-wise. I guess this is the big push. These factories are going down now. And the question is then, does that mean that Haako gives up? Or will he keep fighting? No, he gave up. Which is probably the reasonable thing to do. So yeah, well played. Tough game for both. I think Archer won that on micro, and I think Haako once again he just slightly slept up once again with that gas in the beginning. If he's going tanks, he needs to have the gas ready for when using the tanks. That's my take on it, at least. Because as I understand, when they emit black smoke, is it 50% extra damage or so, for a period of 3 seconds or so. So it's even if they are not moving, well, obviously they are not moving. They also, despite, okay, what I'm trying to say is, not only are they not moving, they are also taking more damage. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that first game. This means that Haako gets to choose the second game, and I'll really look forward to that game. And whether or not Haako will be able to take a win from Archer, and which would mean that we have to get into a third game. So well played by both, and good luck in the next few games. If Archer wins the next one, Haako is out. So a lot of pressure on Haako for that next one. Can't wait to see it. I hope you'll look forward to it as well. And until then, have a good time. Bye.